Yeah. So good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my training on performance testing and engineering live training, and welcome to my YouTube channel. So if someone did not subscribe to my YouTube channel yet, can you please do that so that you will not miss any of the demo sessions. So you go to YouTube and search for performance testing real-time training. So you can reach out my channel, by searching performance testing real-time training, and you see this logo, which I have it in as my WhatsApp DP as well, right? Those who are in the WhatsApp group, you might have observed this, right? These are the different types of performance testing, right? So if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on all notifications so that you will not miss any demo sessions. So you will get free demo sessions and updates on new batches, as well as if any of my students get selected, right? So I'll be sharing that in the over my YouTube channel. Okay. So this is my YouTube channel, guys, with the as you can see it over here, and this is my contact number, WhatsApp number. All right. And please save my contact, guys. So please save my contact as Pavan MGM IT training. Please save this contact. Okay, then only you'll be able to see the links in the messages, in my messages. Right. So before starting the training, so I would like to have a preface. So I would like to thank everyone who is part of my 16 plus years of IT career and performance testing and engineering journey. So my parents and family for their extended support, and App Labs and my all App Labs PCSC colleagues. We call them as App Labs. We used to call them as App Labs. Okay, which was my first company, and my colleagues, mentors, and managers in my professional career. I mentioned few names, important names over here. So which I would like to thank everyone and all my previous batch trainees. I started these online trainings in 2019. So I would like, there are some outstanding students in those batches. Almost like we have 80 to 90% success ratio. So this is possible only because of their hard work and commitment, right? So we don't, without doing any backdoor or without doing any proxy, we are able to achieve 80 to 90% placement ratio, successful placement ratio in all the batches in the past 2 years. Initially, the success ratio used to be like success ratio used to be like 70%, 50 to 70%, somewhere between 50 to 70%. So, however, in the past 2 years, we are able to achieve like 80 to 90%. And I would also like to thank all my competitors who are giving healthy competition. Okay. So this let me give so this is the agenda for today's session. This is the agenda for today's training session. So I'll like to give some introduction about myself and unique features of my training plan and course duration, and who all are ideal participants for whom this training is suitable. Okay. And career prospects and compensation for PT. What are the average packages that you can expect in service and product based companies? Digital platforms that we are leveraging for training, and course contents for beginners and advanced level participants, right? And scripting scenarios to cover in the training. What are the scripting scenarios that I am going to cover in training? And what is performance testing and types of performance testing? So I'll be covering these in these demo sessions. So I'll be giving like, so today is Wednesday, right? So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so we'll be having demo sessions. So from Monday onwards, like once you need to confirm your joining by Monday. All right. And I will also show you one demo script. How do you record a script with LoadRunner and JMeter, and how to enhance the script? What are the script modifications? So the beauty of performance testing is, so we need not write any code from scratch. I repeat it. We need not write any code from scratch because, so I hear this question from many participants when you inquire, right? So do we need to learn coding skills, or do we need to have programming skills, right? No, we need not have very good programming skills, but basic programming skills are enough. Basic programming skills, coding skills like if loop, for loop, these are enough for performance testing initially to learn and enter IT, enter this performance testing career. And I'm going to explain also about placement assistance that I'm going to provide and the terms and conditions for joining this training. So I'm an MCA graduate and I'm having 16 plus years of experience in IT and 14 plus years experience in performance testing and engineering. So I worked for 6 plus years for AppLabs Technologies. So if you heard AppLabs Technologies, this is one of the world's first largest independent software testing company established by Sesi Reddy from Nellore. This is our AP based company, right? So if you are from Nellore, anyone from Nellore, right? So Sesi Reddy sir is from Nellore, and he established and founded. He's the founder and CEO of AppLabs Technologies, and he made it as world's first largest independent software testing company. So there I worked on all major tools like LoadRunner, WebLoad, Seal Performer, right? And in these domains, retail, healthcare, banking, and finance domains. And Tech Mahindra is another service-based company. So AppLabs is a service-based company. So also Tech Mahindra is another service-based company where I worked for 3.5 years. So there I got chance to work on multiple LoadRunner protocols here. Let's say Ajax 2 client, Java V user, Citrix, ComDecom, Oracle NCA, Oracle 2-tier, Oracle Web Apps 11, which most of the other performance testing engineers won't get a chance here. So hardly anyone will get a chance to work 3 or 4 protocols. But luckily, I got chance to work on around 10 plus protocols with LoadRunner. And Bank of America is in the next company. It's a product-based company, if you know. So BA Continuum is actually the company name, which does software development and testing for Bank of America. So Bank of America is a wholesale bank in US, and BA Continuum will develop this software and will develop the software and test the software required for Bank of America. So it's a product-based company. There I got chance to work on JMeter, Jenkins, Splunk, Intoscope, Dynatrace, WebLogic Console, OEM, AppWatch, capacity planning test, apart from load and soak test. And I am a certified associate in JMeter, Splunk, and Dynatrace. And I work for Innominds. Innominds is another service-based company that I worked for. It's one of the top 10 dream companies to work for continuously, and National Best Employer brand for 2018 or 1 or more 2 years as well. And SAP Labs is another product-based company that I worked for. Everyone knows SAP Labs, right? So it's a reputed ERP product-based organization. So I worked as a principal performance engineer over there. So State Street is another product-based company which I worked for. It's a financial services product-based company. All right. So this is about briefly my experience, and I have 5 years of training experience along with this 16 plus years of experience in IT. I have 5 plus years of training experience. Even though I started these trainings in 2019 itself. So previously you worked as a lecturer in a junior college. Okay, before doing my MCA. So in total, I have 5 plus years of training experience or teaching experience. Now let me quickly explain what are the salient unique features of my training. So I am going to provide training on enterprise Java applications, by the way. So not just web tools and JPEG Store. Most of the other trainers or training institutes give training on web tools and JPEG Store maximum, right? Most of the others, right? However, I am going to provide training on enterprise Java applications. And we will be having so my typical daily session would be 1.5 hours. Demo sessions I will be taking for only 1 hour. So once we start the tool, right, I will be taking 1.5 hours. Out of this 1.5 hours, we will be having daily assessment for the first 10 minutes. I'll be asking questions on the previous day concepts for the first 10 minutes. And then I'll be taking 50 to 60 minutes per day for theory or scripting sessions. And last 10 minutes again will be dedicated for doubt clarification and QA sessions. And I made scripting simplified and easy to understand even for non-IT guys, right? So, and most of the scripts that I cover in the training are from different companies' interviews. So those are the scripts that I'm going to cover. I'll show you what are the sample applications that I'm going to cover and what are the real-time applications that I am going to cover as part of the training. So scripting hands-on mandatory for every participant. Every participant should do hands-on on the exercise, or they should do scripting, and they should share the script to me for review. This is another thing like which I started in this online training. So generally like other training institutes or trainers, like they will go on, they will continue with this with those with their training, but most of them, they will not bother about whether you are able to do the scripting or not, and they will not review your script, right? Agree with me, guys? Those who join any other training institute, you can you can confirm. However, with my training, so I will, every student should work on the script and share to me for review, as you can see here, right? So this is my current July 2022 batch, which is still running. So you can see here all the students are sharing the script to me for review, and I will be actually downloading their scripts and I will be reviewing them. So let me quickly show that. So here you can see July 2022 batch. I create folder for each and every student and I download their scripts and I will verify whether they are working or not. And I will be sharing the review comments to everyone, corrections and review comments to everyone. So for every batch, I maintain a tracker like this. Here you can see PT LR JMeter July 2022 batch. So this is the tracker for this batch, right? And here you can see like what are the session timings, what is the concept covered on each day, and who all are attending the trainings. Here you can see the list of attendees. Clear, guys? So, and what are the concepts that I am covering on each day? So every day, like I will be maintaining a tracker like this, and also like I will review the scripts and I will be sharing the review comments like this, which no other trainer in performance testing at least, right? So does this? No, none of them does this. I'm very sure about that. So I do this on a week, generally on weekends, on my Saturdays and Sundays. Okay. And I will be sharing the corrections and review comments, and I will be giving rating like this. Those who got 4 and 5, I will be giving. You can see that I applied conditional formatting here, right? So this is one of the good feature of Excel. So those who got less than 3, like I will be giving you can see the cell in red color over here, right? So that this is for our first application. So this sheet is for first application, and then we have, so in that way I will be reviewing all the scripts for second application, third application. Throughout the training I will be doing this, right? So this is about scripting hands-on mandatory for every participant, so that those who want to keep experience 3 years or 4 years experience, there are some students who kept 5 years experience also, and they cracked interviews on their own, and they are doing without any external job support. So that is the main reason. And one more thing, we will be having weekly assessment. I'll speak about that. So scripting hands-on mandatory for every participant. Everyone should share the work on the script and share it to me for review. And LoadRunner JMeter certification. So JMeter certification is free of cost. We have JMeter Pro certification. So after the training, you can attempt. By the way, like LoadRunner and JMeter are the major tools in performance testing. If you want to enter this performance testing career, right? LoadRunner and JMeter are two major tools, which I will be covering in the training, right? So in market, like some trainers so give training only on LoadRunner, some trainers give training on JMeter. However, I have been providing training on both these tools and Dynatrace as well. So three protocols covered in the training: web services, and I will be covering API testing as well with both LoadRunner and JMeter, right? So I have experience on almost 10 plus protocols. However, like, I am going to cover three protocols in the training, which are mandatory for, if you want to attend interviews, right? These are the mandatory protocols. And hands-on training on scripting with real-time examples and 15 plus scripts given in scripting tests of various companies interviews. Let me quickly show you like what are the scripts that I am going to cover in the training. As I am running these trainings from more than 3 years, right? So I have everything well organized and well planned. So these are the scripting scenarios that I am going to cover in the training. Okay. These are the different applications that I am going to cover in the training. Yeah. And 5 sample applications and 2 real-time applications for scripting and test executions. And as I mentioned before, like any trainers, most of the trainers or institutes give training only on 1 or 2 applications. However, I am giving training on 5 sample applications. So that's the reason my training duration will be more compared to other, other institutes. And also like fees also will be more when compared, few, not with everyone, not fees will not be more when compared with everyone, but generally like because of this 2 months of duration of training for each tool, uh, fees will be slightly high compared to other training institutes. And 2 real-time applications for scripting and test executions. I am going to cover 1 real-time application with LoadRunner, 1 real-time application with JMeter, and a sprint-based model applied to training. Again, this is something which I have introduced this sprint-based model to the training. So you'll get to know what is sprint-based model, like why do we require this? Why do we need to know this? Those who want to keep experience should know this, right? And coming back to other unique features, so I'll be giving table topics and presentation by participants to enhance the soft skills. Table topics in the sense we will pick some current topic and I'll make you speak. I'll make everyone speak, particularly those who are poor in communication, just to improve their soft skills and presentation skills. So I'm doing this exercise. And what are the digital platforms of, that I'm leveraging for training, assignments, and assessments? As I said, right, so we'll be having weekly assessment. Every Sunday, we'll have an online test. Or no, I'll share it on Saturday. It's up to you whether you want to take it on Saturday or Sunday. So, but like you will have weekly assessment. That is one important thing, one important process which helped me to get 80 to 90% placement in every batch, right? So, and the students are able to crack interviews on their own just because of these weekly assessments and assignments, scripting assignments, and script review, which I am doing. I'll be having weekly and monthly assessments. And let me explain about the placement distance. So once you complete the training, right? So I will prepare CV for you, and I will give training on real-time projects. And 5 mock in, I'll be conducting 5 mock interviews after the training. First mock interview I will take myself, right? So the reason for this exercise is to assess your strengths and areas of improvement, and do not miss any real interview opportunities. You know that most of you may be knowing that. So if you attend an interview in IT company, like most of the companies won't allow you to attend for next 3 months if you miss that opportunity, right? So to not miss any real interview opportunity, so I conduct these mock interviews. Mock interviews means I will conduct a sample interview. First mock interview I will take myself, right? And then the next 4 interviews I will be scheduling with the help of my friends who are working in service-based companies and product-based companies. 2 mock interviews by friends working in service-based companies, and 2 more mock interviews by my friends who are working for product-based company. Right. So the reason behind this is I know what I teach I know what I cover in the training, right? But it's not enough, right? If I miss something, right? So you'll be at loss. So that's why, like, if those who are doing interviews regularly, 1 second, but they don't know, like, they really don't know what I cover and what I didn't cover. So they will take interviews in their own lifestyle, like how they are taking their organizations. That will help you to understand if like if you missed anything, if I missed any concepts or if you missed any sessions, right? And what recognize your identify your strength, your strengths and areas of improvement. Let's say, for example, you did well in LoadRunner, but you are unable to perform well in the mock interview in JMeter. So you can focus on that JMeter. So that's the reason for this 5 mock interviews. Yes. And the last unique feature is earn while you learn. I will explain this like once you confirm your joining, I'll be explaining this. What is this earn while you learn? So these are the unique features of my training, guys. So I'll take a pass here. Any queries? Let me resume recording. So one of the participants have a question that he was from mechanical background. So can he survey? Can he get in and can he survey? Definitely yes, yes. So as I said, like a 70 to 80% of my students in any batch will be from non-computers background. Let me quickly show you something. Let me. Yeah. So if you see here, this is my July 2022 batch case. So if you observe here, So I'll save their qualification also like this. Anil Kumar, MBA, Bharat Tripoli, right? CSC, she is from CSC, Civil 2014, right? Mechanical 2014, Jagadish, right? And Civil 2018. Here you can see over here, right? So all the participants, generally I say like this. So BSc 2008, MBA 2010, Chaitanya, Mahesh, MA English. All of these are going to get the job. Mahesh is from, his qualification is MA English and 2011 pass out. And still he got like 4 rating, if I remember it correctly, in the scripting. He got 4 rating. He's doing well in the training. 1 second, let me pull up that sheet. So this is the same. Here you can see it here, right? Script working. So you can see his rating, what he got in the scripting. His qualification is MA English, 2011 pass out. Got it? So that's not at all like an issue. That is the beauty of performance testing. Okay. That is the beauty of performance testing. And the reason behind this is these weekly assessment and scripting assignments that I'm going to give you, right? And the structured training program that I have designed over the last 3 years. Right? This did not come up overnight. This is the result of the hard work and uh, dedication and like planning that I'm doing from the past 3 years. Got it? So your training will be is structured in such a way that any non-computer guy also can pick up and they can perform well. They can excel in the scripting as well. On par with like computer says. So for that matter, let me show you. I will be starting the training from this level. What is operating system? From this level, what is a computer? What is operating system? What is meant by system configuration? What is IP address? How to check IP address? Right. So these are all computer basics which I am going to cover like in the next demo sessions, next 1 or 2 demo sessions. So nothing to worry, like as I have shown you, and I will show you like those who got placements also, those who already got placement also. I cannot share the offer letters, but I will show you like. So this guy is from mechanical 2018 pass out, and he got 4 offer letters as you can see here. So here you can see his qualification, and he's from Feb 2022 batch. He already joined a job recently, and these are the offer letters that he got. He got 4 offers as you can see here. Explio is one offer letter. He got a 1 offer from Explio, Mindtree, and second one, and Infosys third offer letter, and he got another offer letter from Cognizant. Right? He joined in one of those companies. And recently, this is in I think in June or when is this conversation? See, this is on May 31st. Got it? You see the date over here, right? Guys, are you with me? Am I audible, guys?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, let me show you few more like from some from non-computer background. Yes. So this is see this guy also got job and joined in July. This guy is from Civil 2019, one of the best outgoing students in my previous batch. This Khalil and Naeem. These are one of the best outgoing students, I can say. Okay. So my effort will be, by the way, my effort will be 50%, and your effort, the rest of 50% effort should be from yourself. So you have to practice the scripts, you have to attempt the weekly assessments, and you have to like learn something more than what I cover, right? So, and then only you'll be able to launch your career successfully. Unless until you practice from your side and do your work from your side, so you will not be able to get that, isn't it? So it's not just you get good training, but you have to put your efforts as well, not just with me or any other training institutes, right? So I'm going to cover some computer basics from this level. Okay. And I'll explain you some Windows shortcuts as well. I mean, the reason why I'm explaining this is to understand, to help you understand from which level I am going to give training. I will come to see, basically trainer should come to your level. Trainer should not expect you to come to his level. Trainer should come to your level, and the trainer should understand your skill set and your level, and they should come to your level. So which I am doing that from the past 2 years. All right. And I will be starting from software development life cycle. These are all basics. So these are all computer basics that I'm going to cover. And these are all testing basics. Our software development life cycle is that is the basic concept in any project. So I'll be covering from these basics from this level. Clear? I hope I answered your question, Ramabu.
Okay, sir.
Any other queries, guys? Good query. Thanks for asking that. Any other queries?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll quickly wrap up by showing you like about weekly assessments and all. So
Hello,
one,
sir.
yes,
Rajesh.
yes.
I am from manual testing background. So, how feasible to come into this performance? Like till now, I've been working in manual process, manual testing, right? So, whether the automation will be good or performance will be good for my career.
Yeah, good
Okay.
question, Rajesh. Good question. Yeah,
Uh,
thanks for asking. So for those who are already working as a manual test engineer, right? So there are multiple options for you. One is automation testing, the other one is performance testing, right? And if you are very good in coding, if you are good in Java or Python or any other programming languages, yes, automation testing is one of the best option to you. So, however, if you are not, if you are not interested or if you are not good in programming and coding skills, right, performance testing would be the best career for you. And no matter whether you choose automation or performance, the career growth and opportunities will be the same. Packages will be more or less the same for automation and performance. Sometimes performance test engineers will have more packages because performance test engineers, there is a lot of scarcity for performance test engineers. And also performance testing, it's actually performance test engineer should decide whether a new build or new code should go into production or not. That's the reason performance test engineers are paid more than developers and more than automation test engineers. I hope you
yeah.
got it. And
Yes, I got it.
yeah.
But,
So
how?
you don't because all the performance testing tools generate the script. We need not write any code from scratch. There are multiple performance testing tools. These are the major performance. These are the multiple performance testing tools in the market, and I have highlighted the major ones in bold, as you can see here. LoadRunner is one important performance testing tool, and then JMeter is another performance testing tool, which has more market share. And next comes NeoLoad. So apart from this, there are few other performance testing tools. Okay? And all these performance testing tools generate script for you. You need not write the code from scratch. That is the beauty of performance testing. You need not write from code from scratch. But if you go for automation, you need to write from code from scratch.
Yes, correct.
Those are not record and playback tools, but performance testing tools are record and playback tools.
Okay. Actually, how the teams will be there in the real time, like one man, it will be like a one man show, or multiple team members will be there in a team.
Yeah,
How it,
another good question. Yeah. So in performance testing, like it will be, I cannot say like there will be only IC role, nothing like that. Right? So it depends on your project size, depends on your project size, depends on your client. Okay. Generally, there will be 2 to 3 members in performance testing teams. However, as your experience grows, then you may be having like IC role. You may be
yes.
you will be expected to work in an IC role. So after 10 years experience in performance, like that. But generally, like you will be having a team only. And in product-based companies also, you will be having these IC roles, individual contributor role.
Okay.
Right? If you go for a product-based company, but if you join any service-based company, it will be a teamwork only. There will be a team of 2 to 3 members.
Well, not but last year. One more last question. Sorry to interrupt this
Yeah,
session.
yeah. No. Yes.
I
Ask
mean, like,
as many questions as you want.
yeah. How may I mean, like, in which domain we will get this chance? Like, it is specific to only financial domain or manufacturing domain, or how it will be in a domain specific?
No, it depends on your project. It depends on the company and depends on your project.
Okay, it's not dedicated to only finance, right?
No, nothing like that. So, see, for instance, I got chance to work on retail, healthcare domain, banking, and finance domain till now.
Okay.
Right. It's not specific to a particular domain. So it depends on your project and depends on your client. And
Okay.
depends on the company that if you are going for a product-based company, let's say Bank of America, JP Morgan, or Wells Fargo. So it will be completely banking domain. If you go for a product-based company, right? But if you go for a service-based company, there will be multiple domains that you will get a chance to work on.
Okay. Yes, got it. Yeah. Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Any other queries, guys? Please drop your email ID in Zoom chat or WhatsApp to me. So save my WhatsApp number. If you haven't saved it yet, please save it so that you will get my messages, broadcast messages. Generally, I'll be sending broadcast messages. So unless until you save my contact, you will not get those contacts, those messages. So these are the software required for performance testing. So I think I already asked you to download and install Notepad++. Anyways, I'll be covering in the training once we start the actual training. Right? I'll help you out, right? But these are the software required for performance testing. Okay, so share your Gmail ID or Gmail ID on Zoom chat or WhatsApp to me if you haven't shared it yet. So please like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed, so that you will get, you'll be getting only one session per week. I don't have, because I am already, currently also I am working as right in a reputed MNC. So I don't have time to, or disturb you every day with the demo session. So hardly you will get one demo session per week on an average. So turn on all notifications so that you will not miss any updates on the new batches or free demo sessions. Any other, and yeah, so let me go to the agenda points. So I'm done with this unique features of my training plan and the introduction. And who all is this training suitable, right? I think I already explained this. So let me quickly cover anyways. So this training is suitable for BTech or MCA or MSc computers, BCA freshers, or any full-time degree who are in active job search. So previously organizations used to ask like only BTech and MCA guys. However, because of, job market is very good and because of lot of opportunities, so nowadays they are considering, from not just now, like almost like more than a year, they are asking 15 years of full-time education. That is the criteria that they are looking for. If you want, I'll show you some screenshots as well, which so I have some screenshots which I want to share, which I got from TCS. TCS strictly used to take only BTech and MCA guys before. So however, from the past 2 years, 1 to 2 years, right, they are asking any 15 years of full-time education is okay for us. So let me quickly pull up that. So this is one of the one of the requirement mail from TCS. Is it visible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Let me zoom in. Let me download, otherwise, let me download. And yeah, so here you can see hiring for performance testing, right? So you can see the company name here as Tata Consultant Services. 1 to 6 years, they are looking for 1 to 6 years experience. And if you observe the qualification, observe here, minimum qualification that they are looking is 15 years of full-time education. That's it. No BTech, there is nothing like BTech and MCA only. That's the reason, like, I was able to, I am admitting now MA and BA guys also, because the minimum qualification is 15 years of full-time education. There is no criteria like you should have only MCA or only BTech, only engineering, nothing like that. So any degree, any graduates can join the training and enter this software testing career. And here you can see openings are pan-India. These are not specific to any particular location. Here you can see the job title, performance testing. So not only performance testing, for manual testing, automation testing also, they are taking, their company organizations are considering any graduates. Got it, guys? Is it clear, or should I zoom in and download and zoom in and show this? So let me do that. Now it's clearly visible, right, guys? See here, must have is LoadRunner, NeoLoad, JMeter, and scripting. Good to have performance monitoring tools. So these are the criteria. This is the job description. JD and that job description, right? And if you see the minimum qualification that they are looking for is 15 years of full-time education. This is from TCS. Okay, here you can see the HR's email ID and the company name as well. Here, guys. And I have already shown you the original mail also for this. Okay. Right. So, and 2000, it's most ideal for 2017 to 2021 pass outs with career gaps. Those who are did not, do any job. And this is, I see most of the people I get are someone like who are get preparing on like competitive exams like BSRB, RRB, and all this, right, and groups and all this, right. So that is, this training is suitable for them. And manual testing is those who are working as manual testing is also, this training is most suitable for them, right, because they already have like good foundation. It's most suitable for manual testing units, right. And passionate BPO, I have some guys like who are coming from BPO side, non-IT employees who want to pursue career in IT, particularly software testing, and basic programming skills enough, all right. However, if you have any Java or Python or C++ or SQL Linux knowledge, it will be beneficial. So if you already took some training on database concepts, and if you are good in SQL concepts, yes, that will be used here. That will be most beneficial here. If you have someone took already training on Linux side, Unix and Linux, right, that knowledge will be beneficial. So if you are already trained in any of the programming languages, Java, .NET, or Python, or C, or C++, any of these programming languages, that will be an added advantage for performance testing career. Not mandatory, but that is an added advantage. And what are the career prospects and compensation for PT? So this is important, right? That we need to know, right? Before deciding whether we can pursue, we can proceed in pursuing a career in performance testing, right? So as I said before, there is huge resource shortage for performance testing units, right? And that is why these all came up, like any degrees fine, all these exemptions came up. And also one more thing is, previously someone who is claiming 3 years of experience in performance testing, who took some training and who is attending interviews, right, for with 3+ years of experience, right, they used to get a package of 5 to 6 lakhs before to COVID. Actually, I can say that before COVID. So they used to get 5 to 6 lakhs package for 3 years experience. So however, after COVID, how it turned out is, for 3 years experience, like one of my student already got 12.5 lakhs package for years experience, guys. So one of my student got, and the average went up to like 8 to 12.5 lakhs package. Sorry, the compensation or the packages that students are getting now for 3 years experience has become 8 to 12 lakhs post COVID, post this pandemic, right? Or because of there are a lot of companies, new companies coming up to India and all, then there is huge requirement. Recruitment is actually somewhat freezed in US and European countries. However, that positions are being filled up from other countries like India and Poland. If you are following the news, you would have known this already. And that's the reason, like, many people who are working in non-IT switched to IT in the past 2 years. Guys who are working as lecturers in engineering colleges, degree colleges, most of them switched to IT. They took some training and they switched to IT. Almost 50% switched from teaching profession to IT in the past 2 years. You may be knowing some candidates also, right? And also, like, packages also went up, because of huge demand, right? And for your information, like TCS and CTS recruited 1.8 lakh freshers in the last 1 year, in just 1 year. Okay. If you see TCS and CTS fresher recruitment in the past 1 year, they recruited like 1.8 lakh freshers. Just these two companies. I should be having some screenshots also. Let me search for important news for you. IT sector to hire 3,60,000 freshers in 2022. Right? TCS, CTS already hired 1.8 lakhs already in the last 1 year. This is further recruitment. There is a requirement of 3,60,000 freshers in 2022. As you can see here, right? I should be having some screenshots also. that CTS and TCS recruited 1.8 lakhs in the last financial year. From 2021 April to 2022 March, they recruited 1.8 lakhs freshers. So this is how IT recruitment is going on. IT sector is flourishing. Clear? And that's the reason like most of the non-IT guys are leaving their jobs and switching to IT, who are ambitious about their career and who are, willing to make a career and for with good packages. They are, they already shifted, 50% already shifted and still it's going on. Right. So this is about the career prospects and compensations. Coming back to this compensation performance testing. So those who are having, as I said, right. So as I said, those who are trying with 3+ years experience, they are getting a package somewhere around 8 to 12.5 lakhs. One of my students got called Hemasweta from Bangalore. She got, she claimed 4+ years experience. She got a package of 16.5 lakhs package for 4+ years experience. Of course, she already had some experience, prior experience in testing. So with 4+ years experience, she got a package of 16.5 lakhs package couple of months back in Bangalore, right? And one more thing, as I said, one of my student got 12.5 lakhs package. Good thing is her qualification is B Pharmacy. She is from B Pharmacy background. She got 12.5 lakhs package. Her name, let me quickly show you. I can show that, Huh? So I have shown you that candidate details, right? Who got like 12.5 lakhs package and who is from B Pharmacy background, right? So these are the career prospects and compensation that you can expect in performance testing. And for 10 years experience, recently and not recently, last year for 10 years experience, one guy got 55 lakhs package in Hyderabad in performance testing. Guys. This is from Salesforce is the company which offered this package. 10 years he got 55 lakhs package. And something like one few of my friends who are returning from US to India, right? Recently some of my MCA classmates returned from US to India and they got 1.2 crore package in Bangalore. For your information. Of course, they returned from US and that's why they got good packages. Even people are getting who are like some technologies, they are getting like 20 lakhs package for 5 years experience, 4 to 5 years experience, they are getting 20 lakhs package. So that's how like the career prospects and the current salaries are in IT. Right? And what are the digital platforms we leverage for training? So is it clear, guys? So you should know. I hope you know what is the difference between service and product-based companies. If not, I will explain that later in the training. So service-based companies means which provide some development test and testing services to other companies, right? Product-based companies means which develop their own products and which test their own products, like Bank of America, or JP Morgan, or Wells Fargo, Facebook, Microsoft, Salesforce, ServiceNow. These are all product-based companies. Service-based companies means TCS, CTS, all this. Tech Mahindra, CTS, Cognizant, Capgemini, and all this. These are service-based companies. So, so the whatever packages that I explained, these are service-based companies. If you come to product-based companies, right? Let's say, for example, I mentioned some product-based companies, right? Product-based companies like JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Bank of America. Actually, BA Continuum is the IT company name. IT services company name in India. BA Continuum India. Right? And you have Salesforce, ServiceNow. So,
Will Microsoft recruit, like performance testers?
yes.
Okay.
Right? So these product-based companies, if you get a chance to, if you are able to crack their interview and enter, right, they offer somewhere around 15 to 20 lakhs for 3 years experience. 15 to 20 lakhs for 3+ years experience, guys. And so these are the compensation, these are the packages that you can expect in performance testing in product-based companies. Okay. So next, what are the digital platforms we leverage for training? As I mentioned, like I will be conducting weekly tests. So I'm using some online platform for that. And also like I am using Google Classroom to give you assignments and all, right? So I'm revealing a lot of secrets, training programs, secrets of my training program already. Let me quickly, that's fine. So, this is something which I started, and, like, even though someone tried to copy this, like some may be successful, and everyone need not be successful in copying this and all, because, we have a strong conviction on our training methodology, which others will not have, right? As you can see here, I am using Google Classroom for, giving assignments and all this. This is my previous batch, July 2022 batch. And I'll be giving assignments like this over here in this Google Classroom. And you have to like work on the script and share it to me for review as the others, the previous batch students were doing. Got it? So these are the platforms, these are some platforms. And I use one more, IT platform to conduct the weekly tests, exams and all, right? Weekly tests and, monthly tests. So, and course content for beginner and advanced level participants. Yes, this is one more important thing. Scripting scenarios that I already explained. I'll explain what is performance testing, types of performance testing in the next demo session. So I'll close this with after explaining this course contents for beginners and advanced level participants, right? Let me go to that slide quickly. So these are the course contents for beginners and advanced, those who are already working in performance. First, let me cover what are the course contents for beginners. So I'm going to spend 10 to 15 hours on initial 10 to 15 hours on performance testing basics, developer tools, and fiddler, right? No other trainer will spend this much time on basics, but I strongly believe that once you are good in basics, then your scripting will become easy for you, right? Most of the other trainers, they will start load the tools in second day or third day. You can check with any other training institute or anywhere, right? They will start in the first week itself. But however, like I will be spending first 2 weeks for performance testing basics itself. Then only in the third week only I will be starting the tool, whether it is LoadRunner or JMeter. I'll be starting in the third week only. And I'm going to give training on LoadRunner Professional 2022 with web services and API testing, which comes around 80 plus hours, 80 to 100 hours. And JMeter is another tool that I'm going to cover in this training that also will come up to 80 to 100 hours, as you can see over here, right? And I'm going to cover some monitoring tools like some open source tools for monitoring and analysis, basic Java concepts, and basic performance engineering concepts, which are required for 3 to 5 years experience base. And I'm also going to cover basic SQL queries and SQL tools like DB or DB Visualizer, which are predominantly used in the organizations. These are all universal database tools. Means you can use any database. You can work with any database by using these tools, right? So, and Dynatrace APM training is optional. It comes around 20 to 25 hours, and I'm planning to run it as a weekend batch. Okay, so these are the course contents which are required for freshers or beginners in performance testing. So these advanced concepts, I don't have a batch now. I'm mostly focused on these freshers or beginners, because for this I am getting a very good participant count of like 30 to 40 students per batch, right? So I'm focusing more on this. So going forward, I will be covering this. Right now I don't have a batch for this, of course, but these are the advanced concepts for those who are already working in performance testing, as you can see here. So these would be the course content for advanced concepts. So with this, I stop the demo for today. We'll continue tomorrow, guys. Those who haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do it. So because why I'm repeating it is, I'll be sharing these demo sessions for the first 2-3 days on my YouTube channel. If you subscribe and if you turn on all notifications, you will get those free demo sessions, guys. So I'll take a pause here. Any queries, I'll address those queries and we'll close it for today. Purpose. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Yeah. So yeah, thanks, Rajesh. Thanks for asking that question. So I missed that actually. So the duration will be like 2 to 3 months based on how many tools you are joining, right? This 200 hours training. If you are opting for this 200 complete, course, course that you are module that you are seeing, right? It will come around like 3 months. Okay. So, it will be like 5 days a week, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. And if I miss any session on the weekdays, I will be covering that. I will compensate that on the weekend. And one more thing I want to explain is I am conducting the real-time project training on weekends, on Sundays, Sunday 10 to 1 a.m. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. I am taking like, real-time project training. I'm giving real-time project training in an institute that is strictly classroom training only. I cannot give it online. Okay. So those who are trained in other institutes also, they can also join this real-time project training, as you can see here. So this again, like I will cover only real-time applications over here mostly. And yeah, let me show the batch tracker. So how I am running it is like on Sundays, every Sunday I'm taking it for 3 hours, as you can see over here. So of course, some sessions went for only, what delayed to start, and it went only for 2.5 hours. But generally, this will be for 3 hours on Sunday from 10 to 1. Right. So I will cover like 3 to 4 real-time applications here, end to end, from beginning to ending. So in the online training, I will cover one real-time application with LoadRunner and one with JMeter. But here in this real-time project training, but in online application, right? So online training, so you'll get a chance to work on real-time applications on the scripting part only. But however, like if you want this, real-time project training, classroom training, right? I will be covering 3 to 4 real-time applications end to end. And there will be separate fees for this, by the way. There will be separate fees for this because I'm paying, to a training institute for using their infrastructure. There will be separate fees for this. So this is part of placement assistance, by the way. What I mentioned some placement assistance over here, right? So this is part of that real. See, here you can see. I will prepare CV for those who are attending that real-time project training, and I will give you projects. I'll give you different projects. I'll give different projects to each student. Every student will get a different project for their CV, and 5 mock interviews after the training. This is part of this placement assistance, guys. Clear, guys. Any queries, guys, here? So this is not for everyone. Mock entries and all this is not for everyone. So this is for those who are opting for this placement assistance. All right. So if you want, I can take one mock interview. Those who are attending only online training, those who don't want placement assistance, I can take one mock interview myself. But I am paying these guys for taking the interview. The rest of 4 mock interviews, I am actually paying here. Got it? So I pay around like 500 rupees per interview to them. And also like for this real-time project training in classroom, right? So I'm paying rent for them for using the infrastructure of their institutes, training institute. Yeah, let me start recording.